some leaves. You have spring and autumn. Yeah, I'm very much an autumnal girly, and if spring was being normal rather than whatever it's currently doing, I would be a spring girly too. Let's grab a bit of brown. Let's do nice golden yellow one. And the neighbor's dog. It's off on one again. I do apologize if you can hear it, but if I muted every time that dog barked, there wouldn't be a stream. I wish they would train their dog instead of just shouting at it. They do need the dog whisperer. Honestly, it's one of the things, like, those neighbours aren't very nice to begin with. They are alcoholics, and they're the ones that keyed my partner's car a while ago. But their old dog passed away, and then they decided to get a puppy, but none of them have spent the time to train or like properly care for the dog in that kind of way. Yeah, it is midriff. Hang on, I butchered that. Midriff? There we go, that's better. But the problem is they're all kind of old and in poor health. So I don't know why they didn't adopt an older dog that would be a bit more their pace. But I can't really say or do anything. Your mum complains a lot about her dog, won't listen to her. Yeah, it's not only so that you have like that element of control over your dog if worst case scenario happens, they run out of the house and you need to call them back. It's that dog hierarchy system, and it's for their own well-being. If they feel like they are top dog, they're going to be so stressed trying to keep the house safe, keep their humans safe, because they feel like it's their job, and it's not. But all I can do is try and not get too angry at the dog for barking while I'm streaming or recording, because it is fairly constant. And there's nothing I can really do about it. Yeah, it should be law. You can't have it both ways. Training them isn't because they're bad dogs. It's training them to know. Yeah. It's protecting them from the stresses of life that they don't need to concern themselves with. But some people, I don't think, get that. I don't think I can report them, or who would I report them to, you know? Although I have seen, I have obviously no evidence, but I think the dog did bite one of them. I'm not sure in what way. I heard barking. And then I heard one of them kind of cry out, and then there was blood on his arm. But they're not very nice neighbours, so I don't particularly want to get involved. It looks spaniel adjacent. I don't know exactly. It's a very kind of light brown, sandy colour, and it looks Springer adjacent. I don't know if there's like anything we can really do about it. And living next to them is already problematic, so I don't know if I really want to cause more issues. But then it is the welfare of the dog at the same time. So I don't really know what the best course of action would be. if there is one. But one day I will be able to move and I won't have to deal with them. But until then we may have to deal with some slight barking. I will say Wednesday I could hear the kind of reverbed barking through my headphones and that was kind of funny. Not very ASMR-y, but because there aren't elephants trampling on your roof, that's true. Oh, is that what you have to deal with, Faye? I have had that before when I lived in a flat. Ruby visited me there once. It was quite a funny story. I was on the top floor of this flat building and my initial neighbours below me were very quiet. But for some reason, the door to the building kept getting left open. Kind of night or day, and it was only a problem because it voided everyone's contents insurance because the building was no longer secure. Come to find out, they were kicked out and everyone in the building got a letter apologising that a brothel was in the building and it was the neighbours that were below me, but they were so quiet, it was majestic. And the people that moved in after had kids and they would, I don't know, get the zoomies at 11 o'clock at night, running and screaming, and at the time I was like, I wish the prostitute den would come back. I would have preferred that. They didn't make any noise, they didn't bother anyone. They were great neighbours, apart from leaving the door open. And then replaced with screaming, stampeding children was not the vibe. I definitely would not have been able to do ASMR in that building because it was a new build as well, so sound travelled like there was no tomorrow. Because I am currently in like a semi-detached house and the neighbours that have the dog are on the side that is detached, but our gardens are right next to each other, and I stream in the back bedroom, which is why we can hear the doggo. Yeah, I mean, I lived in an old apartment building before we bought your house. Lost 3 weeks of sleep. The neighbours above were 2 very young students who went, oh no, that is the worst. And the funny thing is, they weren't big, but they weren't light on their feet either. Yeah, it is an absolute nightmare. Like, especially in new builds, you can hear everything. Which is why I will never buy a new build house. Unless it was an amazing deal and there were no neighbours for like a mile. No. Made with blue king size first night, yeah, that's the skill. And nobody above us before they moved in. Oh, it's always the worst, and like, there's nothing you can do about it, because unless you add soundproofing, which if you're renting you can't really do, there's nothing you can do about it. Hey guys, how you doing? Because like when I did or started the renovations on this house, I added soundproofing in the master bedroom because one of the walls meets our neighbours, and then soundproofing in the ceiling slash floor of the upstairs, so that sound wouldn't travel as much, because everything got replastered and the old lath and plast got removed, which is amazing for soundproofing. If you're in an old build and you have lath and plast, don't remove it. If you replace it with new plaster, sound travels. Hey Pasta, how are you? You've been looking about getting ready, leaving it. No worries, Mike. I hope your travel goes well. You're good, it's Friday? Yeah. You got any plans for the weekend? You too, Mike. Stay safe and look after yourself. Walls here, an acoustic treatment in your studio. No one bothers you or tells you where to go. Because my streaming space is also mine and my partner's like gaming space. So I can't do kind of too much with it in terms of sound and things. I still keep going to put my brush in the candle, which is not a good idea. Hanging out with your girlfriend, not sure what you're gonna do yet. Matter is, it's exactly pasta. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. My partner's got a day off, so we'll probably chill out on the PCs, maybe game. Oh yeah, dinner and a movie. Go on a nice walk if the weather's good, or if you drive and it's like raining and stuff, you could do like a car picnic and go sit somewhere with a really nice view, get all cozy with the rain and have a nice little picnic, like a thermos of like tea or coffee or hot chocolate. That would be super cozy. And a super cute date. So no rain for tomorrow, but you don't trust it. I don't blame you, the weather has been so wonky. Hey Rain, how you doing? A bunch of friends on Sunday for a roast dinner. Sounds nice. Summer solstice party this year. Summer people is fun. Bought my room, knees up. That sounds amazing, Mr. Scone. I hope you're doing good, Rain. Welcome in. And I've tried to not put my hand in wet paint. We are in a few nice leaves. around here. Okay. It is time to make it dry. So I'm just going to mute up a moment and I'm going to use my hairdryer to make it dry. I will be a moment, guys. Hey Bibbity, how you doing? I would never deafen you guys with a hairdryer on purpose. I will promise you that. Hey Jamaican Hype, thank you so much for the 3-stream streak. Indeed, the joys of watercolour. If you don't want to wait for it to dry, make it dry. And then my origami paper decided to fly everywhere. Okay. Let's grab. I want this pen. There we go. You don't want to wait, we have that technology. It's a hairdryer nice. I could blow at you instead, that would be less deafening. I may be a little far from the mic for that. you the tracker in fills. So you want a different pen. Am I using? No, it's just black. I want to have a different colored pen to do the days of the week, and I think I know the right color. I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. That one's a little red. You're good. Calm and cozy. Good. Yeah, that one's too red. What about this one? Oh, this is a brownie orange. So this one. We'll use that one. And then we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Oh, what a cold wet night. East Australia coast. It could be better. Oh no. To Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, you couldn't be better. Good. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's why I don't really mind days like today. So it's cold, it's overcast, it's raining on and off. I wouldn't be surprised if there was hail at some point. But it means I can be cozy, I can be warm, I can have my candles, my salt lamp, and everything going, and a nice hot cozy drink. I'm definitely not made for the summer. Maybe a lot of it, well, yeah. A little bit more money could always help everybody. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Candles and salt lamps is all a white witch needs. Yeah, it's very true. And maybe a few crystals. You know, shiny rocks. And also, if you're a nerdy witch, then you have shiny crystal math rocks too, which I do have. I have some amethyst dice. I have a couple of pairs of amethyst dice. And I can't remember what others I have. I have a couple of different crystal dice. Okay. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our spicy brains will never fall victim to shiny rocks. This much is true, indeed. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, pasta, 6, 7, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 9. It doesn't look right without the line. Okay, only every time we see a shiny rock. Yes. Other than seeing it, we'll never fall victim. No. Never. Hey Trilly, how you doing? Yeah, there's no amounts. I couldn't decide. Thank you, Trilly. What emotes to have, because I change my hair colour so often. I didn't want to have like a little chibi version of me, because I would have to update it like every couple of months with every new hair colour. I can barely keep on top of profile pictures, so I settled for mushrooms, kitty cat and pumpkins. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So surprised you're not bald. My hair is doing very well. I just don't bleach it that often. So I only ever do my roots like the initial, like, first time bleaching the whole lot can cause quite a bit of damage, especially when you have longer hair. But once you're kind of over that process, and I use a lot of things to help with my hair. I use Olaplex, hydrating shampoos and conditioners, clarifying. The only thing I'm really lacking is a lot of protein. But I just throw in like a Palmer's protein hair mask every so often. But as long as you're not bleaching the same hairs over and over and over, you won't really have that much damage. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And grab them. Okay, let's see if I need a click. Yep. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Oh, and the colour I use on my hair is basically a colour depositing conditioner. There's no chemicals in it. That helps my hair a lot too. It just means it fades in fun ways. And last one. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. There we go. Let's get rid of the little boxes. There we go. Remember to hydrate, guys. Oh, that's cold. And next we are on to the weekly setups. I do enjoy how crinkly the paper gets. Thank you, Chili. Let's remind myself how big the boxes need to be. Oh, I'm waiting for Twitch to respond to my request for Stream Elements to have a sub, so it will have its emotes back soon, hopefully. Yeah, no looky as much. Welcome back, Ruby. Thank you. For 5.5 by 4. I don't know how long Twitch takes to respond to that stuff. But since I get a free bot sub, we better use it. Save me paying for it every month. I'm just waiting for Twitch to give Stream Elements a sub. I don't know how long it takes. I did the request Wednesday. I don't know how long it takes them to do that stuff. What did I say the measurements were? Little tip. Ooh. Sneaky tips. 4 by 5.5. You made a custom bot name. Oh, and synced it. How do you do that? Oh, it's probably a little late now though. I've put in the request. Well, they won't move it? That's rude. Like, what about if, Stream Elements does disappear? Isn't that gonna be like kind of concerning for people? I used to have one, I can't remember what, I think it was called like Wolfspot, back when I was using Streamlabs bot, before it became a whole streaming software thing. I don't know if there's where you can see. Oh, I'll click on that so I can read it later. A wild ruby has appeared. Well, yeah, because I wasn't really bothered with just giving Stream Elements a sub like 2 days ago. But then with that tweet and stuff, it's a little concerning. Just a little bit. This is what you're thinking. True. I don't get why Twitch won't just let you move it though. Because it can't be an uncommon thing for someone to decide to use a different pot. Oh, that was way back. I imagine if Stream Elements, for whatever reason, ends up going bye-bye, they'll have no choice but to allow you to change it, I'm sure, because otherwise then you just won't be able to have your bot subbed, which seems a little stupid. And since, you know, I didn't like Twitch doing their thing of giving everyone everything. Oh, I didn't do this last one. Which I still don't know how I feel about it. I lost my train of thought. It left. It left. Sometimes I'm amazing at multitasking. Other times my brain goes, I'm calm. But yeah, if worst case scenario, I would imagine like Twitch would have to allow it, right? But apart from like some commands and some timers, if they just added that to Twitch, you wouldn't really need a chatbot. You could just use Twitch and then job done. Well said, Biffity. Very well said. I agree with Biffity. Okay, so it starts on a Wednesday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's do just doing this before I forget. This one's Monday, the something, 30th. And Tuesday, 31st. There we go. No, we want to pop it upside down. And then we need to remove Ruby. Thank you so much for gifting us up to 50. Oh, it left. Let me retrieve my mango mess of origami paper. Ruby, what colour origami style would you like? Well, apparently no choo-choo. It was a tease. Choo-choo. We have purple, okie we have this purple and this purple. And then more pink. We have a pastel purple or a more saturated purple. Ruby, would you like pastel purple? A card or a trigger or something? My brain's not working. I'm going to organize these again and then we'll bust out the hairdryer. They'll go everywhere. You good? You're just chilling. Okie dokie. I'm getting EP. Treat yourself to a nap if you can, hon. Mini coffee. On the thought of coffee, I really want to make an iced coffee. Me and my partner decided to buy like a countertop ice maker, and it's the best decision of my life. Ooh, ramen. Oh, me and my partner did have Wagamamas the other day. I had a beef brisket ramen. It was so tasty. Oh, Ruby, as well. like I'm on this cookbooks. There are 3 of them. And the one I have is amazing. It tells you how to make everything. And I haven't made too much out of it yet. But I can now make a banging ramen. Yes, beef brisket ramen. It was amazing. And they come with like kimchi, spring onions, bamboo shoots. Super tasty. And obviously half an egg. I always get hungry towards the end of my stream. Oh yeah, about an hour and a half in. My tummy's like, food. We need to eat now. Like I had breakfast like 20 minutes before stream. How am I hungry an hour and a half later? Get yourself a coffee shay or a cup of tea. Technically tea has more caffeine. It's listening. Oh, I was your tummy the other day on stream, Ruby. He was mad. I think there were some angry gurgles. Right, there we go. We've got a little hexagon. And then we just poke in the sides. Oh, he's a little lopsided. It's alright, no one's perfect. And we have a little movie star. And then in the jar you go. We're getting quite a few stars. My tummy's gurgling away now. That jar was the best buy. I was was literally just looking for a nice, not too big, not too small jar to put the stars in. And I think this one was only maybe like a tenner. And it's just, it's a good jar. A very good jar. I don't know why my candle's burning unevenly. Slurpy slurps. Okie dokie. Started getting the jars out your mum's bin. I always do that, like once I'm done with a jar, it's like, is this jar good enough to be repurposed? Do I have a purpose for this jar? The ones I really like, I've kept a couple of them, is the Dow Egbert's coffee, instant coffee jars, but they're huge. They are so good to put stuff in. I actually have my yarn scraps in one of them. It's a nice big jar, yeah. No worries, Ruby. Look after yourself, hun. Good quality glassware is a tough thing to find, definitely. Found your peeps. You have the most difficult time getting rid of jars. We are the jar clan, the jar coven. We are the jar coven. We will save all of the jars and put them to good use. Throat gurgle. Oh, I did that wrong. I don't even like to spare me a jar. You just moved it. Oh, you had to get rid of all your jars. Oh, peaches. I have many. What kind of jars do you need? I have tiny spice jar type jars. I have, so, okay, here's an example of me keeping jars. This was a jam jar. This one was, what was this one? Oh, this one was gherkins or pickles. And my favorite one that I have, yes, it's exactly so, is this one. It is a glass jar. Now many moons ago, I was working in a bar and Jeremiah weed was a type of alcohol. And we got a bunch of promotional glasses in, and these were the glasses. Now I remember nothing about this alcohol, but this has been like my favorite thing. You have the tiniest Nutella jar, perfect for spices. Nice. Do I have any other jars around me? Probably somewhere. Not within arm's reach though. So I ended up buying a bunch of tiny herb jars years ago to make healing potions, like from resin with tiny dice. You have a mason jar with a handle. Mason jars, perfect. Iced mushroom coffee. Faye, tell me more about this mushroom coffee. I must know. And I love iced coffee. I really want to try oh, I've lost the word. What's the kind of tea that you can have? And it's hibiscus, that's it. I want to try hibiscus. The brand name is Every Dose. I don't know if it actually does what it says. Here in regular though, it tastes amazing. Oh, I may have to partake or look into partaking. Because my body is strange. I need to find more things that I can drink that don't give me a headache. Originally, I thought it was aspartame. That's in like most fizzy drinks and juices. That gave me a headache. But my body is oddly selective. I think it might be to do with maybe like the caffeine within the drink. But like, and I can't drink too much water because it feels so sloshy in my tummy and just makes me pee constantly. And I often don't actually feel very hydrated from water. I don't know why. But one of my safe drinks was Lucozade Sport. It's now no longer a safe drink. Coffee is thankfully still a safe drink. Earl Grey tea is no longer safe. But like I can now drink Coke, but only full fat Coke, and it also helps with my migraines. My body's weird. I don't think my body knows what it's doing. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. It made me really sad. I had a cup the other day after stream and it's no longer safe. But the problem is with obviously fizzy drinks, especially, sorry about the doggo guys, like full fat fizzy drinks. It is causing a slight weight gain. So I want something that I can drink that is also safe to consume in larger quantities. Because I need to have like a fun drink with water Otherwise I won't drink water. But it's really hard to find anything, and I don't like carbonated water. That tastes like ass. I can't do it. Like a lot of herbal teas, like store-bought herbal teas, give me a headache. And it's so weird, because it almost seems like psychological. Because literally I can have one sip and within 30 seconds I can feel whether it's going to try and give me a headache or not. It's just weird. If you're after something for summer, ooh, elderflower cordial. I'll have a look at it. Does it contain aspartame? Aspartame? Because I think that is the root issue. Because even like squashes and stuff, I can drink like fruit juice, but that's an expensive option with a very short shelf life. Okay, let's do the stevia ones mostly. If it doesn't have aspartame, I should be okay. In theory. But there doesn't seem to be much of a rhyme or reason to what gives me a headache. And it's very annoying. Big Foods is your brand of choice. I'll have a look into it. Oh. They have matcha. Oh. Thank you, Faye. Thank you. amount of times I go to put my paintbrush in the freaking candle. Oops. Bit of that. It's one way to get warm colours. It is indeed. So far I haven't actually done it because it would ruin my brushes and I can't afford that. Add a bit of brown. And then maybe a tiny bit of green. And a hint of yellow. And then just a bit more brown into the little stem. Ooh. And there we go. Just a little bit more orange. And then make sure these are nice and saturated. And there we go. And then we'll do a leaf like this. And then a little bit of other green just on the end there. with a little bit of yellow. And blobbing it